This is a boxwood, and these are little ponytail trees. And this was a soup bowl, I think, because I think you put soup here and crackers here. And I found it at a thrift store, and one drilled me some holes in the bottom of it, and I just put some potting soil in it that I mixed up. Once again, it's probably a little bit of compost, a little bit of chicken poop, a little bit of Epsom salt, rusty nail water, and I just put it in here like this because I thought these would look cool covering of the boxwood. But the boxwood's not growing real good right now, but I've also cut some of the leaves on this one in half because I didn't want it to have big leaves on it. Boxwoods usually, as far as I know, don't have really big leaves on them, but I didn't want to run the risk, so I just went ahead and cut a bunch of them, a bunch of the bigger leaves. And all I'm doing with this is kind of wiping some of the dust off the leaves because everything, it seems like everything gets dusty. And then I'm just pulling off some of the dead off of the ponytail trees. I really want to take this pot and take some little cuttings and put in here and make it look like shrubs with a tree, but I want to get a different kind of tree if I use cuttings off of a boxwood to make the shrubs. And I don't know how well that'll work, but I want to try and see if it works. And I'm just cutting some dead off, trying to make it look a little better. Right here is some more moss that I stuck in there. Came from my mom's yard. Another rock, a rock. I usually pick all these rocks out. I have a little container over here that I put them in. I have a big container of pea gravel. I built a shelf and it has pea gravel in the bottom. Then it's got one that's got sand in it, and then it's got potting soil that I've mixed everything together in. Most of it was made from a pallet that I found. All I'm doing right now is just picking some of the rocks out, and then I'll put them over here in this little container, and this is my little container. When I get it full, I'll dump it out and reuse the rocks for something else. All I'm doing now is cutting the dead tips off of this plant, or actually off of any of these three. If y'all hear snoring, it's gonna be my little Chiweenie, I guess you would call him, Dachshund Chihuahua mix. He can snore loud enough he can bring the house down when he falls asleep. And then I have another little dog that he's a Terrier Chihuahua mix. He's afraid of his shadow. He prefers to stay in the house under covers. Whenever I can, I'll show them to y'all, and I laugh and say one of them is my supervisor and the other one is executive management. The one that stays in the house and sleeps is the executive management. The little nosy one is the supervisor. And if my bosses hear that at work, I hope they take that as fun, because that's all I mean it by. I don't mean a whole lot by it. And now I'm just gonna kind of wipe some of the dust off of the leaves and check the plant for any kind of bug. I'll show you another little pot I got. We got this one. This one was a thrift store find. I probably put a pot in it. I think it's supposed to be an ashtray, but one drilled the hole in it for me, and I think I had a plant in it, but I don't think it lived. I think it dried out too dry when it was 100+ degrees here in Texas. And I do have my plants. I'm putting them on a Lazy Susan that I purchased, I think, from Big Lots. If you do stuff like this, a Lazy Susan is a really good purchase because it does make it easy to rotate your plant, turn it the way you want it so you can see, do the stuff that you need to do. It is one of a many very good purchases that I have made.